we begin our story in the immediate aftermath of one of the bloodiest battles that any of you have ever seen. And you've seen some large-scale shit. The room is in tatters. There are pieces of Gollum. There's at least one dead body of an ogre, although I know that one of them was reduced to a fine paste or a fine powder because of that disintegrate spell. And Tasha, visibly winded but not at all scratched, stands sort of in the center of the room. The first thing I want to do before anything else, Calder, you just witnessed a magical duel between titans, and you had true sight up while it happened. How is Calder feeling right now?
This is why I became an adventurer, frankly. Like, he's actually having fun.
I love it. I love it.
I get to meet one of my heroes.
So Calder is out there fanboying out. Charlotte, you're the one that's closest to Tasha. Tell me your immediate reaction to the combat ending.
Immediate reaction to combat ending. Charlotte is spam casting her free cast of mage armor through Armor of Shadows because she is a warlock. So she is, I think, like, she doesn't really take a breath. She's still kind of battle ready, and she's just gathering more and more shadows around herself. And yeah, I think that's kind of what she's doing right now. She asked other people to look around to make sure there's no more simulacrums hidden anywhere. And I think she's just she is close to Tasha, and she knows she is. So I think she's just keeping her perception keyed toward Tasha right now. As I said before, keeping a magical eye on her.
As I said before, Tasha, like, looking at you has a weight to it, so you can sort of feel it when she glances at you as you are. Is it frantic, or is it very like what's your vibe right now? I'm not gonna mind read you just yet.
No, I think it's almost very similar motions to someone like picking up very, very long linens in laundry. She's literally just gathering the shadows around her and like throwing it over her shoulder and wrapping it around her waist. Like, she's just it seems like this is routine at this point to just bring more and more of the shadows around her.
Em, what's Dell's immediate reaction to the end of this fight?
If I remember correctly, Dell was the one who went and checked behind all the things.
On this lower floor, yeah.
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 So you went around, you were checking stuff, all good, and then finally, Maven, what's the first thing?
Yeah.
Trying very hard not to bleed out. You're actually so like you have been healed here, but
I have been healed. I've been healed. I'm still wounded quite a bit, though.
And understanding that magical healing exists, you are, despite being horrifically powerful, you are an absolute novice to adventuring. These other three have dealt with loss of blood and loss of hit points quite a lot, but this is potentially the first time that you've ever been knocked out because of combat, twice in one combat. So I imagine things are pretty rough for you right now.
I'm coming out of the, like, are we done? What happened? Because I was out for quite a bit, on and off. And so it was, I'm still pretty confused and trying to see like what's going on around me and like, maybe like wrapping some bandages around myself or something,
So Tasha will look around at everyone and will say, "One moment. I suppose we should clear the mess." And the entire room is engulfed in magical darkness, which I believe only Calder can pierce, yes?
No, Calder can see through his own darkness, not other people's.
Does True Sight, which is, I assume, still up?
I don't. True Sight's not up. I don't think it's still up.
Okay, so True Sight
I think it is.
I think it is, actually, because I don't think it's concentration.
It's not. It's just like a set duration.
Yeah, that's what I assumed. So True Sight allow you to see through magical darkness?
True seeing.
True seeing.
Seeing.
True sight is
True
the
sight is
condition.
what it
True
was.
seeing is the spell. That confused me for a bit.
It looks like it would be up to Jam discretion because if it's you can see doors hidden by magic, you can see through illusions, you can see through the ethereal plane.
So
Okay.
is the darkness an illusion?
I'm gonna
Is
rule.
darkness an
I'm
if
gonna
the
rule
illu-
of cool this because I feel like if I was gonna really go rules as written, the only things that pierce magical darkness are the things that specifically say they pierce magical darkness. But I think in this case, it's going to be
I would say
a better thing to let you do it.
Sure. It's weird because darkness is explicitly in an evocation spell. That's interesting.
Yep, it is not an
So-
illusion, but
So, for everyone else, the lights go out for a few seconds. And then when they come back up, the room has been absolutely spotlessly cleaned. Now,
That's a neat trick.
Jeff, Calder, in the few seconds that the darkness is up, you are going to see Tasha make a series of incredibly intricate and incredibly rapid hand motions. She does not speak, she does not use any materials, but she makes a series of motions that are so quick that it's difficult to even track them. And I need a perception check from you, please.
Not an arcana check to understand them.
No, you can do that as well, but there's a specific thing I need for a perception check.
I'm going to use my presently last sorcery point.
Okay.
to read that.
That's fair.
18. I'll take it.
I don't see that, but I believe you.
It came up as an 18. I don't.
Okay. For some reason, I'm not seeing it on my side, but I believe you. 18
I'm
is
only
fine.
seeing the perception check that was a 4.
Yeah, that's okay. It's not
might
a
be
big deal.
lagging.
Again,
Might be
I
lagging.
believe you.
Or I could have missed
So
the die box.
with an 18, I'm going to say that there is just a barest instant, less than the blink of an eye, for just a moment, you see a series of like tendrils extending out from Tasha to all of the bloodstains, bodies, and piles of ash in the room, and then they're all simply gone. It's literally a blink and you miss it, but you happen to not blink at the right time, and you catch the tendrils going out, and then the whole room is spotless, and the lights come back up. Now go ahead and give me that Arcana check. This is going to be a tough one as
A dirty 20.
warning. A dirty 20. I'm going to say that, given what you could see of it, the effect looks a lot like some kind of modified disintegration spell, but as you look around, there is no powder or dust left over. With a 20, I'm going to say that though the hand motions are too rapid for you to be able to follow, you expect that she is straight up removing these things from reality. Like this is not just a disintegration. This is taking these things and just
like they got shunted to another plane.
Just
They got
erased
removed
them.
they got removed from this realm.
yeah.
Interesting.
And then the lights come back up and the room is spotless.
My private theory is she just fed all this to the Shadowfell because fuck the Shadowfell. But
But we all felt like Charlotte can tell when the lights are on or off. She has a little bit of light sensitivity. So something just happened, and it doesn't smell as much like blood and ichor and stuff in here anymore, right?
Yeah.
Maven,
Yes?
where's your little hitchhiker?
I haven't
yes.
seen her since.
I'm going to convert a spell into some sorcery points because I might have to make a couple of more skill checks before this is done.
I haven't seen her since we came in this room.
If you are referring to my sister, it is likely that she will stay hidden as long as I am here. We do not get along, as you might say.
She is a bit prickly and you're a bit strange. Pardon me while I try not to bleed on the floor more.
One would think that you two would get along the best.
I think Charlotte is going to, quietly under her breath, because the spell specifically says nobody else can hear it but the intended target, is going to fire off, like, pointing in a random direction, turning slightly, pointing in a random direction, is going to cast message to Ilya are you alive? Are you okay?
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I'll let that happen. So yeah, you'll get an affirmative, but also a lot of fear. You don't really get words. I know that message specifically is words, but what you get back is fear and yes, I'm alive.
Okay. Once she gets the confirmation, I think
In that
Charlotte
order.
We'll stop bringing it up. Right. So, Calder, you mentioned something about a weird clock, and Charlotte's going to start walking over to that area behind the curtain.
Yes, there's a strange clock-like mechanism up here. We also want to resolve this potion you proposed.
And what were you asking?
I asked if Charlotte pulled out her cane.
Oh, she doesn't. Her cane got destroyed back in like the second arc, and she hasn't been using one since. She's like hand to the wall, feeling the stairs before she goes up. She is without swoops currently, so she's slowly making her way around.
Yes, the potion. It sounds like you may not need it.
What would it do? You still have been very unclear as to what it would give us.
The potion
No,
takes
she
your
said
memories.
it would erase our memories.
In case you decided to meet my mother. I have programmed in a passcode I could give one of you to return the memories, if it is still your intention to speak with my mother.
I have no desire or interest in speaking with the Baba Yaga, but that's more Charlotte's thing.
Charlotte is going to sit on the ground when she feels the edge of this like weird clock thing in the floor, and she is going to start ritually casting Identify on it.
Okay, no problem.
We simply have we are here to assess whether she is a friend or foe to our current fight. Sounds like both.
Yes. As is her way.
She is against our enemy. She is against our enemies, but still wants to use the thing to her own purposes. So she wants our enemies to lose, but herself to win, which will involve our faction losing.
Charlotte's got to spend 10 minutes identifying.
Yeah,
this thing.
Charlotte's casting.
Yeah, she's sitting down, touching it, doing her Identify ritual.
Tasha will say, well, perhaps I have another potion that you would be interested in. And she pulls out like a couple of tiny little vials. This is potion of angelic slumber. 5-minute nap. And you have all the benefits of an 8-hour rest.
That's not nothing.
Like, Charlotte nods, but the only person who can see it is Calder right now because she's behind that big fucking curtain.
That's true. You are all behind the big fucking curtain except for Maven and Dell.
The dotted lines are the curtain.
Oh, okay.
So she offers to anyone who wishes to take one.
And she has more than one of them, or
yes, she has enough for the team.
All right.
If you do not trust me, which would be wise, you can do it in shifts. But I doubt you could resist if I decided I wanted to end you.
Now, question for Rob.
Yes.
Do the potions respond like a potion, or do they act like a catnap the spell?
They act like you get a long rest.
Okay.
They are drink a potion, get a long rest.
Including all your
As
spell
opposed
slots.
To catnap, which is unconscious yourself for 10 minutes.
Right.
You get a short rest.
And you only get a short rest with catnap. Yes. This is a shorter duration and greater effect. I am modeling it off of a potion from Baldur's Gate 3,
because
which saved my ass a couple
absolutely a
of
thing that
times.
should exist.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Depending on the campaign, it's a little cheesy in some settings.
In
But
this
I appreciate
specific
it here.
situation, I
In
feel like it is
Faerun-
appropriate.
In Faerun, it should exist.
Yeah,
So,
so I think
yes.
Charlotte, before taking any potion off of her, is going to finish the identify and then see what everybody else's reaction is first.
Yeah, Maven is waiting to see what the people who deal in magic do.
I'll
first.
take the potion.
Sounds good.
Calder will take a potion. He'll telekinetically lift it to him.
I'm going to go ahead and unlock movement,
Do you
by
have
the
to
way.
see
There's no
things to be
reason to
able to
keep that locked.
telekinetically lift them?
What was that?
Do you have to see things to be able to target them with telekinetics?
It's mage hand, so technically no.
Right, but I'm also assuming that you're coming back around the curtain before you do that. Yeah, I just
Yeah,
unlocked
it's-
movement so you can move around, no problem.
Yeah, it's not a problem while
Yeah.
it's being ritually cast, especially.
Now, a ritual cast is 10 minutes, right?
A
10
ritual
minutes
cast is a
plus.
minimum of 10 minutes.
It's 10 minutes plus the casting time of whatever spell, which is in action.
Got
So yeah, 10 minutes and 6 seconds.
So I'll get back to you in a second, Charlotte. Is there anybody who is not intending to eventually take one of these potions? Because I want to apply the long rest, and we're not, hopefully, unless things go very wrong, going to get into combat again until after that.
So
Yeah, no. She'll take it, but when she sees and asks, like, should we? Should we take it?
Yeah. We should. If we should, we are tired. We just had a very rough fight.
How do we know it is what she says it is?
if you bring it back here, I can double check it for you.
Like Calder also just Calder will just shrug. This would be an utterly asinine way to assassinate us. I'll chug it down. It's a matter of. It's not just
Those
a matter
would
of.
be utterly asinine last words to have, Calder.
Yep. With that, he'll drink his.
And collapses onto the floor for 5 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Are folks waiting for him to wake back up, or are folks taking
Oh
the...
yeah,
the-
she immediately jumps down and tries to see if he's okay.
I have a very restful expression on my face.
Except
Although-
that you are Calder, and when you are resting, you look like a corpse.
It's
You don't have a pulse.
To be
you're
clear,
not breathing?
you look like you are very, very Jacob Marley level dead.
It's true. It's true. It's part of the description of my subclass.
Maven.
Make a medicine check.
Yeah, you need to make a medicine check because I'm about to freak the fuck out and like pounce on Tasha. Holy shit, this may go quite badly, people.
Oh, this is hilarious.
Oh no, and I am not good at medicine. This is
No, that might be a good thing in this scenario.
That's a corpse. That's straight up a corpse.
oh no. Oh no. You killed him! She turns around and goes into rage.
Okay, the matrons come out.
The matrons
Let's-
come out.
Let's
She
roll
turns
initiative.
Around, goes into a rage.
No,
and
this
goes-
is-
and goes to hit Tasha.
It is initiative time, friends. Go ahead and roll that shit.
For everyone that's awake. Sorry,
For everyone that's awake, sorry,
I am
Calder.
I am unconscious. I will enter initiative and it still happen.
This is your fucking fault, Calder.
Why did you have to be the first one? Your stupid dead sleep.
Oh my god. Oh, I should probably roll 2, right? Okay, I get a +4. Okay, I'm at a 21. Okay. So, you hear this, Charlotte. You hear, you killed him, and you... I don't know if you can sense the spirits coming out, but you definitely understand what Maven sounds like when she goes into a rage at this point. What do you do?
How far is that drop if I was just to roll out from underneath the curtain here?
20 feet.
Forward. What?
20 feet.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, because Charlotte's down underneath doing the identify, and she cuts off the fucking spell, rolls out from under the curtain over that banister.
I'm dealing 1d6 points of damage, yeah?
So
Yeah, 'cause
wait,
it's-
You're not a
hold up.
monk.
I AFK'd my brain for a moment.
Yep.
Roll
What
initiative.
happened? What happened?
Oh, no
Well,
problem.
Calder Calder took the sleep fast potion, but unfortunately when Calder sleeps, he doesn't breathe and have a heartbeat. He looks like he's dead because of the type of sorcerer he is. Maven checked his body. It looks like the potion killed him. And
This is after I already fell asleep, though, right?
Did you also take the potion?
Oh yeah, for sure, and I'm fine.
Okay,
because I'm a
so
normal
She
person.
wasn't looking at you though.
So, yeah.
She was
So
talking.
Dell is also out.
Dell and Calder are out.
Beautiful.
Dell is just asleep.
Okay,
Should I
okay.
make an athletics or acrobatics check to see if I land prone or not?
Go ahead. I'm gonna roll the damage, and
Yeah,
then
it's
I'm gonna.
1d6.
So the damage is 2, which bounces off your ward, I assume.
Yep.
Yeah, go ahead and make an athletics or acrobatics, and since you didn't take any damage, it's not going to be a very high DC.
I'm gonna move Calder to where he should be for this.
Oh yeah, go for it.
I got a 19, so am I prone or am I
So
standing?
no, you land standing.
Cool. I am going to as I hear Maven. Maven's making noise. She's heard the ancient mothers are coming out and like doing their scolding or whatever. She's going to move towards that noise and ask,
Like,
"What
all
the fuck?
you
What's
hear.
happening? What?"
All you hear is all of the ancient mothers all screaming, "You killed him!" at the same time.
So I think, and she hears them in Dwarvish, right? So she will respond in kind in Dwarven
She'll
and
hear
say,
Dwarvish, yeah.
"What the fuck? What's going on? What do you mean he's dead?" I was joking.
Okay.
And I think she is going to hold her action. How many minutes in did I get to the cast for Identify?
I'm gonna say you got it's before 5, right?
Yeah.
So we'll say let's say 3 or 4.
Cool. I still have 3 minutes of Fire Shield left. Awesome.
Yeah.
I've been tracking that too. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so she's going to hold her action to I think to grapple whoever she comes in contact with first.
Sounds good. Up next in the initiative is Tasha, who is going to also hold an action. I'm not going to tell you what it is or what the trigger is, but she's going to go ahead and reserve an action and take no outward movement. Maven, it's your turn.
She doesn't say anything to the accusation of you killed him.
She does not say a word, no.
Yeah, remember, I'm like very still almost dead. So.
Tasha is not ruling out the possibility that she's killed him.
Okay, yeah, well, yeah, I'm enraged. I gotta click that. I am also reckless attacking, obviously.
Yeah.
This is extract of llama.
Yeah, so,
Oh, I'm going to go ahead and relock movement.
yeah. Well, I need to be where, like, by, I guess, like, Calder.
You were by
because
Calder, yeah.
Yeah.
But you have
So-
plenty of movement to get there. So, like, you start
yeah,
here,
so
that's
I should
fine.
Be by Calder.
Go ahead and tell me
So
where you
then-
go.
So I'm going to go over here
Okay, no problem.
and whack.
Go ahead and take that
Whack-a-doodle
attack
with-
with advantage.
Yeah, with advantage. So and I'm using my new thing, like whether I had advantage with that or not, like I was gonna have advantage because I'm using that.
Hell yeah.
So
That's the thing about
Similar.
reckless attack, right? Like,
But yeah, you haven't gotten your
reckless attack.
long rest yet. You don't have the same.
Oh yeah, I haven't
yet.
gotten my long rest. Well,
Ah,
either way, I get
yes,
advantage. So,
yes.
yes. So okay, yeah, I know this is so not smart.
no, you
but-
got this. You got this. You're
Oh
doing
yeah,
great,
no,
Phil.
I'm gonna totally attack Tasha. Yeah,
With
Gonna go
advantage.
gonna go great. Okay.
Here comes the natural 20.
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
That should have been with advantage, though. So go ahead and roll one more time.
Yeah,
It
that's
is.
gonna
It
be
has-
good.
It's the advantage and disadvantage cancel out.
Does she still have prone? Yeah, she still has prone on her. From
Okay,
last
so
combat.
that's
Oh,
fair.
we should take that off because I'm no
I am-
longer prone.
I'm also taking the haste off, which would have made you
Yes.
exhausted for a half a second, but you're fine now.
Yeah.
Okay, roll one more time.
Okay, we're gonna redo this.
Good reminder.
I need advantage, and then I roll on her.
Wow.
Oh,
Well,
So
Wow.
so you
Damn.
swing, And she does not even block with the staff. She does not even block at all. She just wasn't where you thought she was. You do have a second attack.
Yep. Yep.
Also remember,
I don't
with
have advantage on the second one, right?
Yes,
It's just the
reckless
first one.
attack affects all of your attacks.
All of them.
All of my attacks. Cool. Okay.
A
Couple
22
14s.
is enough to hit.
Yep.
She will, this time, like, put her hand forward, and she will catch your ladle in her hand. And as you do, the rippling of her magic shield will sort of emanate for a moment from the point of impact. And she will
So-
simply hold it in place.
So she cast a spell, shield, right?
Yes.
So Charlotte has the feat Mage Slayer.
Yeah?
Can I use my reaction to make that grapple?
Yes.
Yes, I'm okay with that.
You get your attack of opportunity can be substituted for a grapple attack.
Yeah. So can I get an opposed athletics or acrobatics from Tasha?
Wow, this is how this is going, huh?
Snoring noises in the corner.
Oh, that could have been better. I do have a point of inspiration. Nah.
Do it. Do it, you coward. Do it, you coward.
All right. No. Not on this.
Do.
She'll get an 11. So neither of you are particularly impressive in that grapple attempt, possibly because she wasn't expecting it. But
Right.
she does manage to sort of once again step out of the way.
All right.
Our two sleepy boys. And we are back up to Charlotte.
Charlotte goes, Maven, what the fuck are you talking about? Where's Calder? And I think Charlotte is going to try to, and I think she's going to hold her action to cast a spell of to cast a second level warlock spell.
Sure.
That starts with F. I only have one on my sheet, so. But if Maven doesn't give her a straight answer, she's going to cast that spell.
Okay. Sounds good to me. Tasha looks bored. And is not going again, she's standing there, she's moving around to try to avoid the attacks, but she is not offering any sort of aggression.
Did she let go of my ladle then?
She doesn't have the strength to outstrength you. No. So she blocked it, but you're able to pull it back without contest. But she is not going to she's not gonna do anything. It is Maven's turn.
Yeah, Maven screams out, he drank the potion, now he's dead, and swings again.
Take the attack.
Because she doesn't understand what's going on.
As a reaction to that, not great answer. Can I cast the spell?
If you feel that fills the criteria, then go for it.
Yeah, she's gonna cast Flock of Familiars, and the 3 bats are gonna poof into existence, and
you will immediately see Calder, right? Or not see, but you will immediately receive the information that Calder is laying down on the ground and looks like a corpse. So the first attack misses.
I will tell them to go find Calder and land on him, and that is what they will be doing.
Excellent. The first attack misses. The second attack hits. Tasha's going to cast shield again. And at the end of your turn, she's going to go ahead and take a legendary action. She is going to spend all 3 of her actions to cast Hold Person on Maven. So Maven, you need to make me a... Oh man, I got to scroll down through all of these spells. A wisdom saving throw, and in fact, I can actually do it for you, but go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw, please. Excellent. So, again, as you're drawing back to get another swing, she puts up a hand, and she says a couple of syllables in an arcane language, and you simply stop. Like, all of your muscles are tensed to their maximum. You simply stop. And that was her legendary action, so we're back to Charlotte.
Cool. So, I don't know where we're doing the bats in initiative. Could it be after Maven?
I'm going to just say, yeah, I'll say we put them, for now, in the same slot as you, so go ahead and take whatever actions with them you want.
Okay, so they, no problem, go find Calder, land on him?
They land on Calder, no problem.
Charlotte will cast, because it's at a range of touch through her familiars, Identify on Calder. Please tell me all magic and spells affecting Calder.
He is currently under the effect of a very powerful slumber potion that is restoring him as we speak.
He's also being
Wait,
affected by
Identify has a
True Sight.
casting time of a minute.
No. Identify? Oh,
Identify has a
fuck.
casting time of a minute.
I always fucking forget that. Why do I think it's an action?
Because every other spell is an action.
Okay.
Renown.
Fuck me.
That said, do you get you don't get a wisdom save on hold unless someone deals damage to you, yeah? So
It
like
would be in the
you
spell.
can spend the minute casting the spell.
No, I think like once she finds the bats, once the bats find him, she will ask, direction and orientation. Swoops will give it. The other bats might not know how to do it.
Yeah.
And she will walk the fuck over to him.
No problem.
This whole time, Dell is like straight up snoring, like with the snorts and everything.
With the anime bubble coming out of the nose.
Yeah.
That's not something a barbarian can hear while she's raging.
Oh no, you can.
That's not something that comes through the filter when she's raging.
So you get to the body.
Get to the body. Can I do an Arcana check about the kind of sorcerer Calder is and his fucking magic to tell what the fuck is going on with him?
You have seen this effect before. We have had it. We went to sleep while in the caves leading up to the stone tooth. Inside of the stone tooth, you've seen this corpse state before.
Yes,
Well,
you are now that you're not looking, but now that you're there, you are aware of the effect that's happening. Yes.
Okay.
And you know that the potion was supposed to put him to sleep for 5 minutes.
Yeah, I think Charlotte's going to sigh to the high heavens, turn around and say, Maven, this is just a weird fucking Calder thing he does. He's not dead.
And Tasha and Maven will not respond because Maven is fully frozen right now. And Tasha will turn to Charlotte and will say, "Can you control your teammates?"
Sounds like you're doing a good job of it.
I would rather not.
I mean, that's fair.
Tasha will step back a few paces, showing a little bit of respect to the ferocious warrior that just took several swings at her.
Yeah, if we're doing, like, this is what we do over the course of the spell lasting. Charlotte will move into the way, like, have one of her bats still on Calder, put one of her bats on Maven's head, have another one fly up to the rafters, and just kind of, like, kneel down in front of Maven and just be like, breathe. Calder's okay. And just wait for the spell to be released.
Tasha will go ahead and release the spell just as Dell goes, and then we're going to have Calder, you're going to wake up in another minute or two. So you can go ahead and enter the scene whenever you want.
And I believe Maven's out of rage now because she went a number of turns without taking damage or making an attack.
Yes, she will come out of the hold out of rage.
Yeah.
Like, Charlotte has her hands on your shoulders.
Oh no, Nathan bursts into tears.
Charlotte pulls you in for a hug. Just like, it's okay. It's okay. He's okay. He does this. It's a thing about him. His magic's very fucking weird. It's tied to the shadow spell.
Why would he do that? Why would he not he just do that? That just no. She realizes that you're waking up. She turns around, pulls out of your hug, goes over and whacks you on the head with the laser.
No. Why?
You're very bad.
What?
Do that again. Never. Never. Or I swear to all the gods that are holy, I will take you down and I will switch you red.
What did I do?
And she stomps over to a corner and just kind of sits there for a bit to calm down.
Whatever I did, I won't do again. Ow.
You won't sleep and look like a corpse, like something just killed you?
That's been the... David, you've seen me sleep a couple of times now.
Yeah,
So,
unless
like,
her fucking head's on top of your chest, who can tell whether or not you're breathing?
yeah, so like she did not understand that you did not breathe.
Yeah.
No, like,
You
no,
think
I don't-
about
like,
it,
that's-
and
I
she
don't
would
care
like
if
go
100% down.
after you while you're sleeping.
Right.
Like she
So
would be like
that's-
assuming you're sleeping.
No, 100% down. In character, though.
Calder's like,
How? Why?
I don't know, I think she went easy on you.
This is all
yeah,
fascinating.
Are you just okay with me being still and quiet as a sleeping before? That's just how I nap.
Yeah, I'll
You
take
do
one of those
not
potions.
take potions without.
She'll hand it over.
No.
You don't understand potions. Why should I have to listen to your expertise?
I will take you out back
Do it.
when we are done with this. And you will get an explanation you will not forget. I'm turning into Kretha. Sorry, it's just a thing.
That's okay.
Sorry, she's
As-
mad.
Like, as Maven is giving this, like, mom talk, like, Charlotte walks towards Tasha, holding in laughter, and, like, opens her hand to, like, can I get one of those potions?
She'll hand it over.
Anyway, the potion's safe. I feel really good, headache aside.
Is there, like, a bed in here? This is a private chambers, right? I don't want to just sleep on the floor.
I would suggest against that.
Oh, is it trapped?
Of a sort.
All right.
Let's not stay very long in here for much longer. Like 5 more minutes.
And
would be probably okay.
A mage hand will float a rest potion over to Maven as well if she chooses to take it.
I think Charlotte will walk over to wherever Maven has sat down and, like, cuddle in next to her and be like, I don't look like a corpse when I'm asleep, so don't freak out, okay?
All right. Maven, if you don't want the potion, I'll take it.
You are
And-
not. I'm not talking to you right now.
Are you going to take the potion?
Telepathically, Charlotte will tell her bats to keep an eye on Tasha, and she will take her potion.
Sounds good.
Without an answer, Calder will telekinetically grab the potion and bring it over to himself.
Oh, you're stronger than that. That sounds like a strength save to me.
That sounds.
But
like a
why don't instead of doing mechanics, I will say that Maven.
It's a mage hand. She can overpower.
It's
a
only
mage.
10 pounds, right? So Maven, you feel it tug, but you're able to hold on to it like no problem if you need to.
I know. I hold on to it. You think
Okay.
I'm going to let him have another one of those?
So there's a slight tug.
Honestly, that would be a good move. I should probably save it maybe for one more.
Della's gonna poke Calder
Yes.
in the side,
Ow.
like on the first rib,
Uh-huh.
and be like, "Stop that."
All right.
Charlotte,
Lady
you were
Tasha,
asleep next to me, right? You fell
Yeah.
asleep.
Charlotte, like, her head is on top of your head. Like,
Lady Tasha, as long as we're waiting here, can I borrow your expertise for a moment?
Esque.
Kretha's or not Kretha.
Calder will like reach under his shirt,
let's-
and we'll pull free his blood well vial.
Let's get Jen's thing first, and then I'll talk to you, Jeff.
Jen is going to wait. Maven's going to wait until Charlotte wakes so
Okay.
that Charlotte can watch over her.
Okay, Jeff.
You don't trust. Calder as far as she can throw him right now, and she can actually throw him pretty fucking far.
That's true. Okay, so Jeff, what were you saying?
I was going to go to you. Can I borrow your expertise for a moment?
Oh, you're
How
right.
do I make this stronger?
She looks at it and she says, "We will speak later.
Okay.
I can help you with this."
I have something in trade I think you might like.
And she'll turn around, and 5 minutes pass, and Charlotte wakes up just, I mean, cold floor or not, just incredibly refreshed.
She wakes up and goes, Leslie, fuck! Where was the... And she, like, starts muttering to herself, but, like, she woke up. But something's been processing in her brain.
But so Maven kind of touches her on the shoulder.
Yeah. Huh? Yeah.
All right, you keep watch over me now. Do not let Calder. I will. No.
Hurtful.
And I think the big, like, looks like a fruit bat, like, cuddles in with Maven, like, into the beard a little bit.
I love the
like,
really big bats. Like,
Yes.
I got a soft spot for them.
Maven will
That's
deliberately like kind of lay down against her and then take it. So like she's deliberately laying down like she's knowing she's going to sleep because of this falling over bullshit is for the birds.
Some offense taken, it's fine.
Leslie said a lot of fucking shit, but what was the important thing Leslie said?
You know she's mad because she cares.
You are asleep.
Dell exists and is gonna do things.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. What's Dell gonna do?
We got 5 minutes. What's Dell gonna do?
I'm just gonna poke around and look around. I'm gonna go look upstairs and poke around up there.
So the upstairs has the doomsday clock on the ground. I'll go ahead and jump back over to the game board. It has an absurdly oversized bed to the south. And next to the bed are huge bookshelves that reach up 20 feet, as well as a side table with a drawer that Tasha told you not to go into because there's a demi-lich in there.
All right.
And then in this 5 minutes, what is Calder up to? While Charlotte's going, Leslie, what was the important thing?
Calder will pull out one of his fuzzy companions.
Love it.
So
Agatrix.
Agatrix.
Roll me that. I think it's a D12.
Yeah, now a D12.
It's a D12 now.
It's the 8.
It's the 8, which is the
giant elk.
Which is the giant elk.
So fortunately we're in a room big enough to take it.
Yes, the front room here. Yes, I don't think it'll fit. Well, those ogres fit through the door.
So yeah, in Baba Yaga's personal chambers, there is suddenly a dire moose-sized giant elk.
Huge.
He's
not large. He's
Tasha raises an eyebrow.
I assume that I hear the sound of a giant elk.
Oh yeah, and the smell.
I will order Biggins to watch Maiden.
Dell,
I'm not allowed to watch you. You said nothing about woodland critters.
Are you gonna fucking have Maven wake up to a giant elk
Jen.
next to her? This is totally gonna go well.
Jen, you're
I
asleep.
me over the head first thing. You don't get to rest peacefully tonight.
M, what were you saying?
I was gonna say I feel like Dell will hear it, poke a head around, and be like, "Oh, did you finally make a real one instead of sticking with the stuffed animal?" It's Biggins, right? If I remember correctly.
I miss Biggins. This is the new Biggins.
Yeah, it's good. Did you get a collar this time, though?
No, it's a bag of tricks.
Tasha looks
You should
down
have
at Charlotte, and again, Charlotte can feel her regard. Like, are they always like this?
I think we're all a little grateful to be alive right now. Although, do you need to take one of those naps?
No.
You sure?
Do not question me, child. Your
I
first
question
lesson.
everyone.
Good policy.
In that case, why don't you tell me your plan for dealing with the energy that is growing beneath the continent?
Do you know where the nexus of the hut is?
I do.
Could you bring us there?
It would be difficult, but potentially possible. She may have... Well, we saw the simulacrum was more powerful than I expected. She may have changed her codes, as it were, but I could try. What did you have in mind?
Well, when we came here, I kind of thought the rumors about Baba Yaga going after immortality were legend, stories, myths, because I thought she's a powerful archfey. If she wants immortality, why doesn't she just go ask the archfey that's already done it? And I think maybe she's afraid of where he is. She is. So if we could take the hut there, and she needs the hut for her part of this ritual coming up, maybe she wouldn't want to walk in the lands of the dead to try to get it back in time when death is what she's running from.
Death is what she is trying to kill, to be clear. She does not run from death. She wishes to destroy it. And
Still
yes,
fear.
I could potentially take control of the hut, but she would feel such a thing. She would return, and she would destroy us.
So what if you're not here when that happens? What if you bring us to the pilot's chair and somebody else takes this thing for a joyride?
Your idea has merit. Let us discuss it in less unfortunate circumstances. Perhaps in a place where my mother could not necessarily peek in at any moment. My audacity only goes so far. I like the idea. Let's speak of it more later.
All right.
Earlier you asked if this could be stopped, if the well of power could be simply turned off like a spigot. As well...
I was thinking
Mhm.
less turned off like a spigot, more like ruptured like a pipe.
Consider this magic to be less like a pipe and more like a volcano.
Left to its own devices, the energy will just expend itself, probably very dramatically, but also in a way that the world would naturally reabsorb.
Destructively.
Still,
But same thing.
destructive without a focus or an aim or a mage telling it where to go is probably still less destructive than the person who wants to kill every living thing on Faerun.
Quick out of character comment. When you say someone who wants to kill every living thing, you're talking about Belak, right?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure that I am as a person following where you're going.
Right now, the people who want the power, I don't think should have it, and I would rather it explode even if it is destructively.
I mean,
I wouldn't let any party have it.
if we can assure that the Queen of Witches here uses it to try to kill Baba Yaga, that would also be a pretty good use of it. I just want to take away Baba Yaga's piece for what she wants to use it for.
Let us speak of this. I like where your thoughts are headed. I think we should vacate this place, however. And Maven will go ahead and wake up.
Yep.
There's a giant elk in your face when you wake up. It's also snoring, and its nostril is about as big as your
I also hit it on the head
face.
with the ladle.
I'm not gonna call for a roll for that. You bonk it.
It blinks away, very, very confused, and then licks your face. That's what you get for bonking me.
Just strong.
This is Biggins. Biggins is a sweetheart. Apologize to Biggins.
How could you hurt Biggins? Biggins does no damage.
Like how? Like what would you demand of me if I punched a thing in my face the first thing in the morning and it meant me no harm?
I'd tell it to chew a mint. It's a little rank.
It's true. He could use a mint. He could use mints.
I don't know who raised this boy.
Oh, we don't have time to get into that.
Serious. Serious work.
And I think
I'm
Charlotte
sorry,
will stand up.
Biggins. Now, if you would do me a favor and go over and just hit him for me, he needs discipline.
I will then also cuddle Biggins' face and then turn him back into a little fuzzy ball and put him back in the bag.
He'll
All
nuzzle
right,
you.
well, you know this place better than we do. Is there a better place we could talk and plan?
Tasha says, well, I promised you tour of the treasury. Perhaps we start there.
Ooh, I like that.
And she walks up to the door that you came in through to the north and says,
Before
go ahead.
Before she does that, can I do one thing?
Sure.
So Maven gets up. She's still pretty blood-stained and stuff, but she kind of tries to make herself look as neat as possible and kind of stows her stuff, walks out because she is a proper, person, and she kind of bows slightly and I'm very sorry. I did not mean to attack you. I was under a wrong impression. I will have to handle it later, but I am apologizing for accusing you.
Tasha will pause before she opens the door, turns around and regards you, and says, do not be sorry. Be better. Use your reason. Your anger is great, but it can be a weakness. And opens the door, and she says, Excess Inner Circle, passcode Bravo Omega. And the color of the tunnel turns from the sort of gray to a sort of white. And she sort of gives you an after you motion.
All right. I have swoops on me. I'm going to leave the big bat on Maven, and the little tiny vampire bat is clinging onto the fur of Calder's outfit. And Charlotte will go through.
How long does
1 hour.
Flock of Familiars last? 1 hour. Excellent.
1 hour. So we're down 10 minutes of it. Yep.
So you go ahead and enter through. I have allowed you and Swoops to exist on multiple planes at the same time, just not share information, right? I've done that before? Okay, good. Just making sure. Trying to stay semi-consistent. You walk through the door.
Yep.
I'm removing you from the table.
Yep.
What are other folks doing?
I follow
I'll
Charlotte.
go through the door.
Yeah.
Okay. Calder?
I follow Charlotte. I'm
Excellent.
the next one through.
Okay. So I'm going to move back to faces only. So in the treasure room of Baba Yaga, one of the greatest repositories of magical artifacts that exists across the multiverse, Tasha steps out of the doorway and looks around and goes, shit, that old hag. And she turns to the left and regards Swoops, who is sort of hovering next to her and is the only other being in the area.
Mm-hmm.
And she says to him, I forgot that my mother sometimes programs some of these gates to disrupt the travel of those that are not bound to the hut. Well, they are intelligent. They should make their way here.
Oh.
But this does give us good chance to have a little chat, you and I. And Swoops, the camera sort of pans into Swoops and sort of like moves towards him as his face gets a little bit more anxious, and we fade to black.
All right,
And-
so just letting you know, Calder, the bat on you is named Dives, and Maven, the bat on you is named Pesters.
Now, while I rearrange cameras, we're going to go ahead and take a very quick break, which is not going to be a break in the stream. We will go ahead and start with Maven and Charlotte. That's a good plan.
So did Maven then come through where
Maven and Charlotte will end up in the same place as well. Yes.
as Tasha?
And we'll no.
No, we're all
Charlotte.
Tasha.
To be clear, Charlotte did not. When I said Swoops is the only other being that came through the gate, I mean that Swoops is the
It's
only
just-
other being that made it to the treasury. It is Swoops and Tasha, and she turns to him and goes, "We should have a conversation."
Oh my god, that's amazing.
I'm leaving all of this in. Every single moment of this is staying in the video.